a boss in the cut, Mayday. Bubbles and I'm these models and it's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On first down, it's gone. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Now Goff on first down. Being chased out left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On second down, here's Goff. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing on third, Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there, a 22. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, gone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Goff. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP Malcolm Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
He'll buy some time right. And some room to work. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now a first down throw, gone. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he gets it down to the 32. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Rams add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Now he'll throw deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 67 yards. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Now he's forced out left. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Julius Thomas. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers move back within a couple of the lead. Gold with the extra point, and this is now a 1-point game. Gold now out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Goff. A look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Here's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Gurley again here on 1st down. They find some open field here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
11.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 40. On second down, here's Garoppolo. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn into big plays.
Complete to the right. This is Garcon. Part of the reason they're here, no doubt, is his big performance in the NFC title game, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
11.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo pushing through the contact. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
Go.
Here's McKinnon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers move back within a couple of the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And this is now a 1-point game. Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Goff now looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. Able to slither by. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
11. Hey, 11.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Garoppolo to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
20, 13.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And an alley to run. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, then he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now Goff. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. Call it a gain of 5. And it's a second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of work.
And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And this is going to be 49er football.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Keeps himself upright. Michael Brockers. Never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now Gold for the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and this is back to an 8-point game. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left and got his man complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Goff now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Now he'll escape to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Garoppolo. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Calais Campbell. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Throwing now is Garoppolo. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. But just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Here we go. Shout.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. John Johnson. 32-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Super one.
After the interception, here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Solomon Thomas, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's gone. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Super 66. Tiger.
From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. That is caught. It's Perriman. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the red zone now, Goff. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong. He's part of the passing game as well. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Now he steps away. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by a Akello Witherspoon. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Aaron Donald in there to drop him. And his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And Gold is able to put it through. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. They're kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way to get it done.
Here's Gurley. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Louis.
Another carry now for Gurley. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Forced out to his left. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Pushes over it.
Now that's just not.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, a 23-yard run. And the Rams add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns and's got him in the lead. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This one fielded at the 5. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
2 for 66.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
DC.
Out of the gun, Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Goff now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
2 for 66.
Now Gurley. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He dumps it off for Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And in this situation, when you the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Aaron Donald in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
13.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Gets around him. A dump down to McKinnon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Over the middle to Garcon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
21.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
13.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Buying time to his left. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming.